Everyone, it's Libby from Maighstir Tarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Worimi First Nations people. It's WORIMI, and welcome to you, your guides, my guides, and the universal energies. The entertainment only. We'll get that out of the way first. First up, nice and easy. Thank you for all of those that sent prayers and love to the people of the Brisbane and northern New South Wales area in regards to Cyclone Alfred. It petered out before it hit land, thank goodness, but it then turned into a tropical low, which has just caused immense flooding in particular areas. I know Harvey Bay, I think, got 380 something millimetres in the period of 4 hours. So down here, it's actually kind of looking forward to a couple of wet and windy days to stay cozy inside, but never really arrived. It has been wet, but fortunately down here, aside from the big seas, we haven't copped any of Cyclone Alfred. So thank you so much. And heart goes out to the 6 Australian Defence Force troop members that were injured. There was a truck accident where the Australian Defence Force Army personnel were heading to the flood zones to help out. 6 of them were taken to hospital. 2 of them are still in a fairly serious condition. So absolutely, my thoughts are going out to them. Now, typical Monday, oh, goodness me, there's so much to look at. I do post a lot over the weekend on my posts section. So if you click on Maighstir Tarot under any video, it takes you to the main page and go to the posts. It's also, if you've got an older version of YouTube, it might be called Community. There's a lot under there that I post that is, up to date and fairly relevant. So don't hesitate to follow that. And I just want to say on Susan Lynn's last video, absolutely fabulous advice to getting through this roller coaster period, which will end. But we're double, triple seat belting by now. It's just absolutely crazy. And Danny Shea had a beautiful video over the weekend as well. For those that were uncomfortable with my little rant about the US and allies on Friday, history is what history is, and history is painful and uncomfortable, and the Australian history is not pleasant either. Just the facts are the facts. So I do apologise that you took offence, any of you that took offence and found it uncomfortable. We do have to understand that history is not the mythology that the movies make it out to be. And if you just do a little bit of research and Googling yourself, you'll find the actual facts. And for the one that posted about my boobs hanging out, okay, whatever. That's a you problem, not a me problem. I try, it's hot, it's summer. We get up to 40 plus degrees on occasion, even though we do have air conditioning. Sometimes I wear things that are a little bit lighter because it's hot. I try not to stick them out on television, but on the videos, but there's a little bit of cleavage, then look at the cards. Whatever. Okay, getting away from that. Yeah, I am getting a little bit tense. I'm getting a little bit cranky. I'm getting a little bit short. Uh, Full moon is coming. And I'm really feeling it at the moment. Okay, what do I have a look at? Oh, first of all, the G'day Australia Arts Gala. For those that haven't seen it, feel free to Google it. The Tim Minchin, M-I-N-C-H-I-M, Tim Minchin acceptance speech. Oh my goodness, what a fabulous speech. And then he summed it up in regards to AI and AI writing of scripts, etc. And AI art. Oh, beautiful summary up. And his final summation was basically what makes art human over AI art is the intent of the art and the human imperfections. Absolutely loved it. Great speech. Okay, in regards to, Shady taking his 3-year-old to a protest and then complaining that his 3-year-old was at a protest. That's on you, Shady, not on the protesters. Republican Darrell Issa from California has nominated Felon 45 for the Nobel Peace Prize. This is the fourth time he's been nominated, hasn't got it yet. I'm just going to say he's not going to get it again. So it's just like, and because the nominations closed on the 31st of January, this would be for the 2026 Nobel Peace Prize, so even less chance. Now, also I posted on my posts page, ergo the community page, I think it was about a 12-minute clipping from a bigger video in regards to the FIFA World Cup. That around the 5-minute mark. Did Felon 45 once again admit that the election was rigged? Now they're going to try and spin it as the 2020 election, but you know, those of us with eyes and ears know that he's telling on himself yet again. Maxine Waters' video again, also excellent, which actually is going to take me to what I want to have a look at first up. So Maxine Waters has also put a video out saying that it appears that the election was stolen, and she was pointing to the sky. Yeah, Starlink, we know what it's all about. So there's a few, and there he is, popping up again, that devil energy. But we also have Year of the Whistleblower 2025 information coming forward, throwing under the bus. There's starting to be videos that come out that are planting seeds. Now remember that Biden, before he left office, put in place I think it was an executive order, but it hasn't been overturned as of yet, and it hasn't sort of run its course. Putting in place a legal format of a continuation of government if the government, the so-called elected government, and I love that one as well, so-called elected government can no longer govern. So that was really interesting. So I want to have a look. And what just flying out? The ending is coming. The swords are poised. The swords are poised to bring this to an end. Now, I keep saying that, and the guides keep telling me, people say, but when? And I keep getting when it is meant to happen. And when it is meant to happen is when there is enough people that have woken up. So it's going to have to get painful, and it will flip over when enough people have woken up. Something out of left field, but we've got the delusion and the smoke and mirrors. Out of left field messaging. Right, so let's have a look. Given Maxine Waters' video on the election being stolen, knowing that Biden has put things in place, Felon 45's hold on himself with the FIFA, the Booger Boy, Muskrat's kid, said you're not president, and had said before the election. And then on the 19th of January, Felon 45 said, oh, we won thanks to what is coming. What is coming? Oh, Senator Jeff Merkley from Oregon. Brilliant. Again, I've popped the transcript of that. You can look up the video if you want, of him coming out very publicly and pointing out fact by fact, missing about 5 facts though, but pointing out 5 facts during a confirmation hearing about why Trump is a Russian asset. There is a shift. So I want to have a look. Tell me about this shift that we need to know about. Come on down. Sorry it's taken so long for me to actually get started. There's cut out. The sword is being unsheathed. There are truths being told. There is strategy in how they're telling them. I'm just going to put that out there. There is strategy in how it's been told. Now, Bernie Sanders, absolutely fabulous. I believe he's going to marginal Republican seats. with his rallies. Now, Bernie Sanders is one of those who is a disruptor for good. I'm just going to say he's a disruptor for good. I love Bernie Sanders. I don't know that he would have ever been a good president. Now, the reason I'm going to tell you this, look at the bottom, judgment. I'm actually going to bring you up for a second because I'm going to have a talk about something, because a few people have said in comments or via email about that they hope certain people are in government. Now, I'm really interested in what Trudeau is going to do now that he's been unleashed from politics. Yes, Carney. Yes, I keep seeing 2 females, but we'll see how that plays out. And yes, Doug Ford, but now there's mumblings about irregularities in that election as well. But I'm just going to point out, in Australia, we have a band, actually, it's an international band, and you'll probably know it, called Midnight Oil. Great protest band, been a protest band since the 70s, really powerful speakers, especially the lead singer, Peter Garrett. Peter Garrett thought that he could make a difference by entering politics. So he entered politics, joined our Progressive Party in Australia, was elected, became a cabinet minister, and stifled because he had to toe the party line. He couldn't get through policies that he necessarily wanted to get through because he had to work within the political system. He lasted 1 term and then he was out, and then he's back to his protesting. Bernie Sanders is like that. Now, I know he gets elected, but because he gets elected into the position that he is in, he can be the voice of protest. He can be the voice of disruption. If he was in a cabinet position or in a presidential position or in a White House position, he wouldn't be able to be Bernie Sanders. So yes, go Bernie. And I'm sort of feeling the same with AOC. AOC is amazing. Love her. Jasmine Crockett is another one. There's Raskin, am I right with Raskin? There are so many of them that are absolutely fabulous. And they are fabulous because they are free to be so. Okay, come on down. Let's keep going. So we've got these videos being made, these accusations coming out, these murmurings, these seeds being planted. It's all part of a strategy that I think you'll find is going to gather momentum. The star of hope and healing and the best of democracy. Absolutely. Change. The wheel of fortune. The wheel turning. Karma. It is time. It is becoming time. This is the energy that these nuggets are getting put out there, because we are in a turning time. Go and have a look at my video from a couple of weeks ago about the 4th turning. If you're wondering, we are in, and even if you Google it and just get a brief summary, we are in the 4th turning, which is the time of disruption, of tearing down, so that better can be rebuilt. Okay, so we're in this time. In the past, playing their cards close to their chest, they've got the information, but they were hanging on to it. So, but that's now in the past. I think you're going to find more and more announcements, TikTok videos, YouTube Reels, Instagram, Facebook, whatever you like to call it. Little snippets coming out, because playing the cards close to the chest is now in the past. The energy over this and what is happening, is the emperor, the wannabe dictator, the my way or the highway. we've got here, look at this through line, 3 major arcana with a major court card underneath the Ace of Swords. So the Emperor, his ruling by decree, ruling by executive order, basically. Oh, and don't you have to laugh at the just about every time he's in the Oval Office, he's got that stupid Gulf of America posted in the background as if that was his only achievement. Well, be his only achievement. But yeah, the Emperor energy this is the here and now. This is what is over the here and now. But it is changing. What they're stewing in at the moment is changing. The star of hope and healing is here reinforcing the strategy. Gosh, another major arcana. The immediate future, again, what's the reason behind these snippets coming out is that they are shining a light on the snake in the path as they are working their way along this path forward. Now, I'm not going to say they're all Democrats are innocent. No, they're not. But this is an exposing of the snake externally. They're on the higher ground. They have the light of truth behind them. Now, this is set in a church scene. It is the light of truth with the stained glass window. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of pushback. There's going to be a lot of attempted messaging coming at those that are bringing forth this truth. Internally, it's going to be about the steal. Absolutely. The steal and what's been stolen and who is being deviously stealing. There's that card again, the hopes and fears, the truth, bringing an end to this all and a downfall. Death by 1,000 cuts of truth. So these nuggets of truth and reality are going to, I think you're going to find there's just going to be an avalanche of peppering. Does that make sense? So it's almost like an awful analogy is to say stoning, a stoning, that there is not one stone that brings about the downfall. It is the mass of just, yeah, I'm just, yep, hopes and fears. Okay, the Knight of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords, so steady governance, protection, Queen of Swords, and the puzzle pieces being put together. This is also my mercenary actions card. So we've got the Emperor mercenary actions with the puzzle pieces, each piece being put into its place. It's almost like I was going to say 1,000, but feels more like a 500-piece jigsaw puzzle. It's certainly not a 20-piece. The puzzle pieces being put together. Now, the Queen of Swords is my Harris card. This is very much about keeping a lid on the emotions, emotional maturity as they bring this information forward. There's not going to be the rabid accusations or anything like that. Information coming from left field. It's going to bring this all to an end. Absolutely. And on the base, judgment, it's going to bring a retreat. And the new phoenix rising. Keep going on the bottom bit. Not 20 million cards today. Okay, so the change is coming. Is there anything else you want to tell me about this? Just I glimpsed the Justice card. Oh, Biden, harsh truth, justice. Now, Roberts, a couple of times, has now sided with 4 women on the Supreme Court to bring a 5-4 majority, because here we've got the lovers, the breaking up of the lovers, and we've got the Supreme Court here. Oh, what is it? Jake Tapper book about Biden. I can assure you that nobody that actually knows Biden collaborated with Jack Jake Tapper on that book. Um, it's just a lot of heresy and hearsay, as some put it, heresy and speculation. It's just I'm going to say it's a nothing book. Um, but yeah, I mean, what else can I say? Three major arcana here. Um, what Biden put in place. There is truth coming, truth being upheld. The justice card, actions having consequences, but also the bringing of justice as these relationships decay. Because in this particular deck, you've got the masculine, the misogynistic energy. It's not men, it's just the misogynistic energy decaying. And we've got the Supreme Court here. I just have a look at, we've got here something being presented, restriction, circles of support, and loss. Those that supported. There's going to be some sort of legal restriction put in place, whether it's a celebration for some and a loss for others. Felon 45 called Roberts out at the address to SCOTUS, saying, thank you for what you did. In other words, I owned you, you repaid. I'll just have a quick look at that. What's Justice Roberts? What's Justice Roberts? Justice Roberts. Oh, betrayal. And he's having to decide what side of history he wants to be on. And then we've got the Ace of Swords there as well. Show me Justice Roberts. Justice Roberts. After Trump pulled him out. Well, abuse of power, betrayal, collecting up all the swords. It's 5 of swords. Trump thinking he's got 5. However, I think this 5th one might be the Sword of Truth, the Roberts card. Justice Roberts really, really, really did not appreciate Trump going nudge, nudge, wink, wink, thank you for all you've done for me. Boy, oh boy, considering the Supreme Court is supposed to be independent. Yeah, you owed me, you paid me. The challenge is when you've comes to justice here, balanced scales, who owes who what? Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Restricted. So this is the here and now. Blindfolded, restricted by the swords of truth. In the past, we've got those that, well, he was part of this support group. And then we've got the lost card again. Those three that supported no longer supporting. There's that card again, having to take the blindfold off and make a decision about what truth he wants going forward. Emotional cleansing, new start. The eye is open. No blindfold on here. Internally, an articulate orator bringing forth for the Ace of Wands. Hopes and fears, betrayal, heartbreak, loss, disappointment. Is it Roberts? I mean, there's more than one whistleblower. It is Roberts. going to stand defiantly behind reality and the truth and bring forward some volatile information, expose some secrets about what happened overseas, information brought in from overseas, and there's Felon 45, and there's Homeland Security standing strong. Now, don't worry about Noam the puppy killer being head of Homeland Security. This is Roberts I'm talking about. There's something here that Roberts is going to bring forth. Contracts and agreements, big news, the light and the path, the wheel of fortune and the prosecutor, the secret dealings being revealed. Okay, Roberts could be. Did read a couple of weeks ago that I think the Supreme Court is going to overturn, and as I'm shuffling, bring things to a close, or there's going to be some sort of ruling where Felon 45 doesn't have immunity. I'm going to leave it there. I could just throw cards and ask questions, but I might leave that one there because there's a couple of other subjects I want to get on to. Okay, let's see how it plays. Love to you all. Catch you later.